What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Jaguars franchise. Our man Chris Sims has a quarterback range just above 100, just under 3,000 yards passing, 19 touchdowns this season so far. Steven Jackson, 11 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards, might get to 300 carries. That's going to be a lot for us. I don't think we run the ball that much, but this year we have. Fitzgerald, 65 receptions for over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Chad Jackson, 7 touchdowns on his 26 receptions. Close to 600 yards receiving, averaging over 22 yards per catch. Filthy numbers. Johnson leads the team in tackles. Thomas tackles for loss. Hayward second in that category, but first in sacks. Sanders and Henderson are second with 7 sacks so far this season. Paul Pruitt, 4 picks. Murphy with 3. Thomas with 3. Williams with 3. Johnson with 2. We're taking on the Bucs. They come into this game at 6-7. McNabb has been in and out of the lineup. LaDainian Tomlinson averaging below 4 yards per carry. He does have 5 touchdowns. Edwards averaging just 4 yards per carry, is second on the team in touchdowns. Roy Williams, Chris Chambers are your top receivers. They both have 8 and then 6 touchdowns respectively, both at 993 for Roy Williams, 700 yards receiving for Chris Chambers. Ex-Jaguar Mike Peterson, he's coming back to town. He has 2 sacks, leads their team in tackles. Ogunleye has the most sacks with 8 of those things. And then McGee, 5 picks, but he's going to be out basically for the rest of the year. So can Tampa come to town and get a win? They need it. They still have an outside chance of catching the Saints in the South. The Saints are 7-6. The Bucs obviously 6-7. Bunch of teams log jam right there. Then after them got the Bears, Packers, Cardinals, Atlanta Falcons, and then Washington. AFC, the Titans are on top of the whole division, whole conference, I should say. We're right behind them. Both teams are 11-2. Patriots at 9-4, followed by the Chargers at 8-5. Broncos, 8-5. Then Bills, Colts, Dolphins, all at 7-6. And then you got the teams below 500. Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, Texans, Browns. So basically the whole North is below 500. Now, we got to put in work today because we're trying to keep pace with those Tennessee Titans. And yes, those Tennessee Titans, we have one more game versus them. But ladies and gentlemen, they won again today. That team, it seems like they never lose. They are 12-2 now. So we have to win just to keep pace. If we keep pace, week 17 will be for the AFC South championship game, and that's going to be fantastic, but we got to get there. So Griffin, the ex-Bronco out of Oklahoma, going to take this one up past the 20-yard line. First down and 15 after a false start. That pass going to be caught by Rob Floyd, and that's going to be a gain of 5. They're going to run the ball. LaDainian Tomlinson breaks the tackle, and he's going to pick up a first down there. Guys seem to play their best versus us. Is he going to roll back the hands of time and turn back into LT like Madden 05 LT before a franchise starts? You know what I mean? When he's an absolute thug out there just running through tackles. Right there, they throw the ball to Chris Chambers and Murphy with the tight coverage. So we get the football. First down and 10. We go up the gut. And Jackson with a gain of 8 right off the bat. I love to see it. We're going to run the ball with him again. Brought down just shy of that orange line. But the way those first 2 carries worked out, I'm like, let's give it to him again. And then Dotson, who had 2 sacks versus Minnesota, gets the stop on Jackson there. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense could be very, very good. Last week, as we stopped LT for a 3-yard gain, and give it to him again. And look at Big McComas coming through when we need him too. The rookie D tackle looking good right there. This Bucs defense held Minnesota to less than 200 yards in total offense as Chris Chambers makes the catch right there, right behind Thomas, who dropped back in coverage from his middle linebacker spot. We get some pressure there. Sets up second down and 10 offset. Look, they got 2 tight ends. They're going to run the ball with LT to the left side, and he gets brought down by Prescott. Now, Prescott is hurt, and we don't like to see this. This late in the season, we need people to be healthy. McNabb throws it. That pass incomplete, and our defense gets yet another stop. Can we pick up our first down? We go with a play fake. Sims looking left. Then he throws it across his body, intercepted by Duff. Breaking the tackle is Duff and brought down by Fitzgerald. He was on Fitzgerald. It looked to be cover 3 or maybe man coverage, and whatever it wasn't, and he gets off of Fitzgerald, steps in front of the pass like he a free safety, and we don't have a first down, but we've given up a pick. That's not a good look. 3rd and inches. They're going to get the ball to LaDainian Tomlinson. Gets crossed the orange line, but not quite crossed the goal line. They fake it to him. They throw it to Askew, and that's going to result in a touchdown for the Buccaneers. So the Bucs look awfully good, and they're trying to get back to 500 and give themselves a chance at the postseason. So they're playing for everything. We might have things slightly wrapped up as far as making it to the playoffs. It's between us and the Titans, really, as far as the division is concerned. Sims looking downfield, and Sims going down. Dotson with the sack there. The Bucs defense is nothing to take lightly. So 3rd down and 16. Can we please pick up our first down? And AC Jammer's like, I gotcha. Get me more involved, coach. I can do things for you. Sims throws it. That pass going to be caught. So back-to-back completions for the Jaguars. Back-to-back first downs. Sims slides right. Sets his feet. Throws it deep. Chad Jackson, another reception there. Over 20 yards. That's his MO. This catch will be a lot shorter. And that's going to be just shy of the 1st down as we end the 1st quarter of play. So the Buccaneers are up 7-0 to start the 2nd quarter, but their backs up against the wall. We got 3 backs in the backfield. We're going to run the ball with Jackson. Would that be 30 personnel? I mean, no tight ends, 3 backs? I think so. We give the ball to Jackson, and he gets lit up. No running room there. And we got to settle for 3. The kick by the rookie Glover is up, and the kick by Glover is good. So we find ourselves still down on the scoreboard as Griffin trying to get loose, and he's going to get brought down by Glover on the kick return. 1st down and 10. I formation, man in motion. They're going to give the ball to the fullback. Get your fullbacks involved. And that's going to result in a gain of just 3. 3rd down and 7. McNabb looking over the middle. Going to find McMichael. And that pass is called for a 1st down. Again, if this was like Madden 05 play now, this team right here would be crazy. McNabb, Roy Williams, he would be a rookie in that game. Like this Chris Chambers, this team would be crazy good. But it's not. It's Madden 07 franchise, and we're kind of deep in this franchise. They're going to run the ball there with LT brought down just shy of that orange line. So not a 1st down quite. They're going to throw this one up top, and it's going to be caught by Smith. And I believe Alex Smith with a gain of 25 and a 1st down. They're going to run that thing with Edwards, and Edwards going to find the end zone. The Buccaneers can do no wrong. They're playing like their season's on the line, and that's correct. And we're playing like we don't care about winning the AFC South. So we got to wake up and figure something out as we move forward. MJD waiting for the football inside his own 5, up to the 10 to the 15, and brought down just shy of the 25-yard line. So we're going to spread things out. 1 tight end, Sims, rolling left, throwing it to Mercedes Lewis, and that pass is broken up by Bart Scott. 2nd down and 10. Sims going to roll left, looking for Steven Jackson, makes the catch, and he's loose. Gets away from Dotson, stays in bounds, and finally brought down at around the Tampa Bay 40-yard line. Beautiful pass right there by Sims. And we got ourselves cooking with grease back in Tampa Bay territory. Looking downfield, we're going to find Buchanan. Larry Buchanan says, get off me with a nice stiff arm. Sets up a gain of 5. Sims steps up, good protection, good pocket awareness as we throw it straight to Chad Jackson and went inside the red zone just like that. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers send a blitz. We pick it up nicely, going to find Barry. He gets brought down by 2 Bucks, picks up a gain of 8. Jackson up the gut north and south, and that's going to result in a 1st down. So 2nd down and goal. Sims throws it. It's caught by Fitzgerald at the goal line. So can we punch this one in? We get the ball to Buchanan. Touchdown for the bowling ball. Larry Buchanan, the fullback of all fullbacks. Get your fullbacks involved. And obviously, for a moment in time in this franchise, we had Mike Allstott on our roster for 1 season. Of course, the great Tampa Bay Buccaneer. McNabb looking downfield. That pass nearly intercepted. And now there's a timeout because McNabb is shaken up. So bring in McCown. McCown going down. And McCown's like, I don't want to play. McNabb, get your butt back in there. So McNabb is back in the ball game. Looking downfield as he chucks it deep, and it's picked off by Barton. They try to get that one to Floyd, but Barton steps in front of it, and we got this thing going back the other way. Great coverage there. And now we have a chance to possibly take the lead. 1st down, looking downfield. Sims has a man wide open. It's Lewis. Lewis inside the 15, runs a man over and gets this one to the 5. First and goal now after a penalty. We're backed up to the 10. Gonna look for Larry Buchanan. He has one rushing. He has one receiving. It's the fullback day. Is it fullback holiday? Was it National Fullback Day? Not National Tight End Day. It's National Fullback Day. Our man doing work in this one with the Mike All-Star ball, right? I guess that's what we're going to call it. 17-14, we are on top by just 3. We're going to get the football first to start the second half. MJD weaving through traffic, and he's going to get brought down shy of the 25 again. We're going to run the ball. Jackson trying to weave through traffic. Dotson there for the stop. Third down now. Can we convert here and keep our drive alive? Sims looking for Fitzgerald. Another catch there, and another Jags first down. First and 10. Sims out of the gun, has time, surveys the field, throws it deep, and that pass is going to be well defended by Duff, who already has a pick today. We get the ball to Jackson up the gut. Jackson gets brought down by Scott. Third down now. Sims looking, going to find Johnson. We hesitated, but we do get the ball to him. Magoulier with the stop, but we pick up the first down. Sims going to Lewis. Lewis hauls that one in. That's going to be a face mask on Scott, and that's going to give us a first down. Now we're going back to the air, and Sims has a man open. It's Fitzgerald. Him and Roy Williams, and I believe Reggie Williams, who was drafted by the Jaguars, they all were 11, and they were all in the same draft. And Roy Williams has had a quiet day as Steven Jackson going to get away from Duff and pick up a first down. And now we give it to Jackson, who gets put down just shy of that goal line. So give it to the fullback one more time. He has one for his mama, his daddy, and for his baby sister. This man, Larry Buchanan, is an absolute monster. As Griffin trying to get loose, Johnson there with the stop, and here comes that Bucs offense. Last week, Roy Williams had 11 receptions for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. So far today, not so much. They go back with LT, and LT trying to get loose. LT did have 90 all-purpose yards, but just 57 on the ground. Thomason to the left side, and we shut him down on third down. This defense is playing pretty well. After giving up 14 points, we're looking darn good. Jackson, again, just playing bully ball with that Tampa Bay defense, and that's going to result in a first down. We give it to Jackson again, falls forward, and that's going to be another solid pickup. I'm going to take 4 yards. I'll gladly take that. We go up the gut. Tampa Bay did a better job there stopping our rushing attack. So third down and 5. Sims looking downfield, throws it to Lewis, who got open again. Look at the big tight end rumble. Bart Scott stops him from getting to the 50-yard line, but we have a first down in our back pocket. Little counter play, and they were ready for it. Big time stop there. And now we're looking at second down and 14. Sims looking. Sims lets it fly. And it's going to be off of the hands of our intended receiver. A big hit was pulling the receiver, and Ngoulier had a hit on Chris Sims, and now Sims is shaking up. So bring in Mike Harris, the rookie out of LSU. He's going to roll right, still rolling, throws it to Barry, who makes the catch but couldn't keep both feet in bounds. And Sims is not looking good. Again, another late season injury to the quarterback position, and that is just the MO of the franchise. But Mike Harris has proven to be a very capable rookie quarterback. But can he lead us to another Super Bowl? McNabb looking downfield. McNabb hit, and McNabb going down. He's going to get sacked from behind by Lee. And now the Buccaneers are looking at third down and long. They throw it. It's going to be picked up by Paul Pruitt. A pick six is exactly what the doctor ordered. 31-14. That's a big-time lead with our backup quarterback in, and then back-to-back picks thrown by Donovan McNabb. 7 seconds on the clock. We're going to run the ball with Jackson. Jackson to the 20. Jackson, he's going to pick up a gain of around 8, and that right there is going to do it for the third quarter. So second down, 2 yards to go. I formation. We run the ball with Jackson, and Jackson is going to get brought down just shy of that orange line. So bring in Jake Jackson. Can he pick up the first down? Ngoulier with the stop, but after we pick up 3 yards, picking up another first down is what we do. Jackson going to get met by Dotson. No, that's LeBoy. Not 51, but 91. LeBoy with the stop. Harris looking downfield, and he won't even get that pass off. LeBoy with the pressure. And now we got to settle for a field goal. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So we have a 20-point lead. LaDainian Tomlinson's the single back in the backfield. Henderson on the ground gets to McNabb. practice, straight effort, and determination. He was not going to be denied there. We're going to send a blitz, and it's going to be Jammer, the ex-Charger, that gets in there to bring down McNabb. So now we're going to run the ball, and it's time to work this clock. We're going to pick up a gain of 9 there. I formation. We run it to the weak side, and we're going to pick up a first down as we cross midfield. Time to play power football. This is why our running backs get paid so well. We're going to run the ball with Jackson, and Jackson, he's going to pick up a gain of around 5. So 3rd down and 5, going to go to the air. Harris has it, throws it deep to Fitzgerald, and he overthrows him, but there's a flag. Pass interference, automatic first down as we go from the 44 to the 20. We run the ball with Jake Jackson, picks up 3. Steven Jackson gets the call, going to go backwards there. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 11, going to go back to the air. Harris is looking, going to dump this one off to Jackson, who makes the catch. And so far, that's Harris's only completion of the ball game. The kick is up, and we knock home another field goal. So now we're up by 23. They get the ball to Askew. Yo, get your fullbacks involved, but maybe not at this stage in the ball game. Little fullback dive is not really going to move the needle. That pass caught by Chambers, who breaks a tackle, and he's loose. This will move the needle. 20-10-5 touchdown Bucks, and you would think they're going to go for 2, as now they find themselves down by 17. And this is a big play. If it's 17-point lead, it's a 3-possession game, but they do get the 2-point conversion. Wesley Tinsley hauls it in. So now it's a 15-point game. 2 touchdowns, 1 2-point conversion. They can tie this thing up. They go for the onside kick, and we recover it. And now we can work this clock even more. We're going to get that ball to Jackson, north and south. He gets away from 1 buck, and then he gets brought down after he picks up another first down. North and south again, and then, yo, it is getting physical out there. Losing helmets, running people over. That's my kind of football. 2nd down and 4. We're going to get that thing to Jackson again. He's going to pick up another first down. So the Bucks, they're going to use their timeout. Minute 53 on the clock. We run the ball with Jackson. Jackson gets this one down to the 1. The Bucks can't stop the clock no more. We're going to take a knee, and that, my friends, is going to do it. 37-22 is the final here. Chris Sims, he's the story, though. 251 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, 17-24. But he's going to be out until the Super Bowl if we can get there. So we're going to see what happens moving forward. Fitzgerald, 4 receptions for 54 yards. Lewis, he had a nice day as well. We're going to have to rely on our rookie quarterback. And, I mean, thank goodness he fell to us, because ever since really season 2, season 3, we kind of knew that the quarterbacks were kind of going to get banged up in this series. We always need to have a good backup. And Thomas, he fell to us in the draft. I mean, not Thomas, but Harris, excuse me. Mike Harris fell to us in the draft, and it worked out. And I think he will be the heir apparent to the throne, but I was not expecting to have to use him in the postseason. But again, thank goodness he's here, and hopefully he can ball out week 16 and week 17, and maybe, just maybe, we could still win the AFC South. So the Skins, they beat up on the Dolphins, or they beat the Dolphins by 320-17. Titans, they beat the Browns. They're 12-2 and still rolling. The Saints, they win versus the Falcons. So the Saints versus the Falcons. So it looks like the Saints are going to walk away with the South, NFC South, that is. Texans, they beat the Colts. Colts 7-7. Texans are 6-8. Seahawks, they beat down the Eagles. Raiders over the Chiefs. The Bears fall to the Rams. We got the Houston Texans, who are looking to make it to 500. They won 2 games in a row. Offense, though, is in the 20s, and so is that defense. So hopefully we do not lay the egg versus the Texans in week 16. That is going to do it, though. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope that the rest of the day is the best of the day. Too many again, my friends. Peace, love. Hot sauce.